Ooh, I'm live. There we go. Peace, babe. Ooh, I need some new post-its. I'm live for Beast Bake. Today is the last episode of Umbrella Academy. So let me move this over. Last episode of season 2 of Umbrella Academy today. And then so next week we're gonna watch another Chadwick Boseman before October, before Spooky Bake. I kind of want to watch either Get On Up or the Thurgood Marshall movie, but I know some of y'all said y'all wanted to watch 21 Bridges, so I'm gonna leave it up to y'all to vote. Even though my vote is for either Get On Up or Thurgood, but I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. We can vote at the end of this one today, if you want. Hi. Hi, Vanity. Hi, Kayla. Hi. Oh, I saw that they are doing this Nurse Ratched show. This is a Netflix series. Is what's his name in charge of this? Ryan? Sarah Paulson as Nurse Ratched is some good casting. I might watch this. Hi, Nova. Hi. We're finishing Umbrella Academy today. Savannah said 21 Bridges. Hi, Chris. Hi. From the creators of American Horror Story. So does that mean not Ryan, but like other people? Hi. Oh, Jessica Lange is in it too? Oh, she's like an OG. Wild white woman. 21 Bridges. That's 3 votes for 21 Bridges. 21 Bridges better be really good. I believe y'all that is good though. Get On Up got my vote. I'm gonna watch anything Sarah Paulson is in. Have any of you guys watched it, Nurse Ratched? Hi, Jules. Ryan Murphy made it. How many shows? This man has a lot of shows. The reviews you've seen of 21 Bridges were mixed. Maybe we could do... No, today's not Booze Bait. Today's not the last Sunday of the month. There's still one more Sunday. There were 5 Sundays this month. So next week is the 27th. Next week is Booze Bait. Oh, no, there weren't. There were only 4. The 6th, the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th. I think... I'm looking at the calendar. In November, there's 5 Sundays in the month. Because November 1st is Sunday. The 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. There's 5 Sundays in November. So I'm going to try... This is what I'm aiming to do for October. I'm going to try and do Halloween content every Friday. So that would be the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd. And then the 30th will be Black Friday. And then Saturday, the 31st is Halloween. And then Sunday, November 1st would be Beast Bait. So I think that might be the schedule for October. But it is Booze Bait next week. So when we watch our next Chadwick Boseman movie next Sunday, it will be Booze Bait. Fuck Ryan Murphy, to be honest. You vote Terrifier, 21 Bridges, or Get On Up. Right, Trey. Ryan Murphy stays with a show. Hi, Shady Saint. Side note, I heard Antebellum got horrible reviews. I think people are over the slave movies at this point. Somebody asked me if I'm going to review. So I have 3 pending requests for review videos. One is for Antebellum. One is for that show Woke, which, is it a cartoon or is it just about a cartoonist? I'm not sure. I just know Cedric the Entertainer is in it as a motherfucking talking trash can. I've got people that want me to review that and Antebellum. Those are like the 3. Woke, Antebellum. It's about a cartoon, so it's not a cartoon. Hi, you didn't get a notification? Listen, I don't know why my notifications are not showing. And I've talked to support about it, and then they're like, it looks like they just keep saying it looks like your notifications are showing. Y'all know YouTube is janky. I had to fucking curse out my support twice. I had to switch support because I was complaining about something else. And the person that they had me talking to, I swear this person like wasn't even reading my emails because they just kept sending me these like copy paste responses of like, review this, review that. Like, no, this is all shit that's in the fact. Like, you're not actually troubleshooting me. Like, you're not helping me. It's like they try to make sure that you like go through all of the facts first. And I was like, but I did already. This is my problem. If you're not even going to read my emails, can I please talk to someone else? Like, can you switch me? Can someone else help me? Like, you're not helping me. Like, every time you talk to support, they give you this survey. It's fill out at the end. Like, oh, was your problem resolved? Did you like, was it a good, enjoyable experience? I was like, no, bad experience, bad person. My issue is not being resolved. I need to talk to somebody else. Like, and this was for something else entirely. But I brought up the notifications thing to the new person that they switched me to. And the new person said that they reviewed my notifications, you know, like internally, I guess, on like YouTube side, whatever, and that they're supposed to be turned on and working. So I don't know what's the problem. I don't know. But back to Antebellum. Number one, Antebellum looks like the plot of this Octavia Butler book, and yet apparently it's not in any way, shape, or form related to Octavia Butler, which I feel some type of way about that. Did they like rip off one of her stories? Like, what's the deal with that? Number two, I think Janelle Monáe. I really like Janelle Monáe as an actress, and I know people are really into her music, but I think people are kind of tired of her because she talks a lot and she's like very into respectability politics, and you know, she told niggas like, you know, why can they eat Popeyes but they don't vote? Like, just all types of stuff. Like, she's kind of like, she's almost, you know, a problematic fave, but people just don't want to admit that she's sort of a little bit of a hotep, a little bit. Right, overexposure. I think she's overexposed. So I think people are not really checking for this movie. I don't think it's just that people are over slave movies. I think it's her. Like, I think it's her. No. Does Terrifier have a black woman lead? The movies for October have to have a black woman lead specifically, and they have to be like under the speculative fiction umbrella. If they do not have a black woman lead, no. Hi, Marcus. Oh, you're gonna see Tenet? Go see it, Jules. I haven't seen it again. I might not be able to see it again before my review, but go see it. Hi, Naomi. Hi, Nicole. I saw someone on Twitter call Ryan Murphy the white Tyler Perry. You know, that's not an inappropriate comparison. People were dragging the hell out of the movie. Like, with some of the remarks that Janelle Monáe has made, and the fact that she's doing this movie and she felt comfortable doing this movie makes me wonder if maybe this movie has like some of those same type of like themes. You know, and we don't like those themes. Hi, Alex. Woke is about a cartoon. It's about a cartoonist. Hi, Mar. Hi, Kimberly Frazier. Vanity, we already watched 42. We watched 42. Chad died on a Friday, I think. Yeah, and the Sunday after, we watched 42. You must have missed that one. YouTube be tripping. I don't get notifications half the time either, but they can stay recommending me stuff that I keep on clicking don't show. Hell no, it was not resolved. No, we watched 42 already, so don't vote for 42. We watched that one. No, bitch, my problem wasn't resolved. It really wasn't. No. You want me to review Pose? Hi, Queen. It's over email. You can't talk to them over the phone. I want a Kindred miniseries. Overexposure is going to be Janelle's downfall. I love Janelle Monáe even when she does things that raise an eyebrow. I'm not over slave movies. The next generation of kids needs new movies, new narratives. Yeah, I don't think people are over slave movies. I don't agree that Antebellum is getting like ripped to shreds because people are tired of slave movies. A slave movie could still be done well. Like people loved Underground and they just canceled it for no reason. If they came out with, let's say, an Underground movie with the same cast and everybody, like people would probably love it. Like it's her. I really love Janelle, but her Twitter takes are unbearable. Yes, like her hot takes be terrible. Like, no, that's not it, Janelle Monáe. That's not it. No, you're so talented. Like, shh, just stop talking because that's not it. Hi, Francesca. I'm trying to finish watching Acrimony. Oh my goodness, good luck. Janelle is a little too new Blackian for me sometimes. It's definitely Janelle, like her music, but she can be overbearing. Hi, Aquarius. Janelle's politics and the circles that she runs in don't add up to me. Apparently, Janelle had mercury poisoning while filming Antebellum because she's a heavy pescatarian. What? What? What is she eating? Just all tuna? Janelle comes off as performative at times. Janelle's definitely on the Pan-African type beat, and she's part of the Lena Waithe cool black kid group, so I don't know. Yeah, right. Yeah, we watched 42. We watched 42. They should be in the Beats Big playlist, but it might be at the bottom. Don't click on it yet until after this is done, because I might need to rearrange it. Because sometimes the Beats Big ones are hard because there's so many of them. Sometimes they go to the bottom, and I have to put them, the newest ones, on top manually. I remember on a black group on Facebook, someone made a post asking if we're tired of slave films. I said, I'm tired of slave films told by non-black Americans. Hi, Camp Powhatan. Hi, The Boy in Blue. Hi, Elo. Can Spike Lee make the damn Nat Turner movie already? Right, like, that might be something people would want. I just binged Underground like 2 weeks ago. I needed to come back. I missed Underground. Janelle was like, y'all blacks can buy Popeye's chicken sandwiches but can't register to vote. And it was funny. It was ironic because like around the time when she said that, there was actually like a viral story that was going around of these black kids that were set up at Popeye's. And for the people waiting in line, they was actually registering them to vote. So I remember when Janelle said that, people were like, have you not seen the story about the kids registering people to vote at Popeye's? Like, if you feel so strongly, why don't you like use your platform to like boost and amplify this story so that like more people will do it? Why can't we like combine Popeye's and voting? Like, it was just real, like, you like to wag your finger at the niggas, don't you? Like, you don't really actually want the niggas to do better. You just like to sit up on high and wag your fingers at the chicken eating niggas down at the bottom. Like, why y'all eating that chicken? Why y'all eating that chicken out in public? Don't you know what white people think when we eat fried chicken? It's like that type of vibe. People didn't like that. Hi, Ori. For anybody that just got here, we're watching the very last episode of Umbrella Academy Season 2. I'm just reading some of the comments right now before we start. Yeah. No, we didn't start yet, Ori. We didn't start yet. I'd watch Underground if they put a full-length feature film. Hi, Daya. Bye, Mar. Janelle is black, queer, and has beautiful dark skin. It's going to take a lot for me to drop her, but she's getting close to the line. The cool black group is the Secret Service. Hi, Demetrius. Be back to listen. Oh, where are you, Queen? Are you at work? Janelle fuck with the Pan-African crowd heavy, and she and Jidenna are tight. I remember there was like a little bit of like gossip tea that her and Jidenna were messing around. And I have a friend that lives in Brooklyn and Janelle Monáe used to live in Brooklyn. I don't know if she still does. That had a neighbor that was like neighbors with her and said that like her and Jidenna were creeping. I don't know how true that is. Allegedly. Everyone was like, civilians can register people to vote. There's nothing stopping you if you feel so strongly about it. And she was like, well, yeah, giving, no name's mama type vibes. Like just a whole lot of talk. She was eating a lot of fish with a lot of mercury, and it affects your nervous system. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Yeah, Janelle Monáe, because y'all were talking about Antebellum getting dragged. And somebody said, do we think that it's because people are tired of slave movies? And I said, I don't think people are tired of slave movies overall. I think people are tired of her. So now we're talking about her. But I'm going to start in a minute. I got into an online disagreement with relatives talking about buying Popeyes isn't the same as registering to vote because capitalism makes Popeyes more accessible. That is true that capitalism does make Popeyes more accessible, which was like you have a Popeyes on every corner, you know, every block, which is why I really like the idea that and they were kids, they were like teenagers. They were like going around to like different Popeyes and like setting up with a table, the papers and everything. And like every person that drove up and drove, but I think it was something like, and they were allowed to be there because they were like on the sidewalk or something, and the sidewalk was like considered public property. But you know, the line was like so long of people waiting to buy the sandwich, and like every single person, they were like, "Oh, do you want to register to vote? It's really fast. You can do it right here. Like, do you want to register to vote? Register to vote." And they like registered thousands of people. I was like, that's so smart and like creative, and just like that's such a good idea, you know, like. It's a great idea. Like, let's amplify that type of thing, you know? Hi, Sydney. Okay, I'm going to get ready to start in a minute. The Umbrella Academy thing. That's T. I always thought she and Jadena were also, like, more than just friends, or were just friends. No, Halloween Beastmaker doesn't have to be horror. It could be anything under the speculative fiction. So it could be sci-fi, it could be fantasy, it could be horror, it could be ghosts, witches, magic, whatever. But it has to have a Black woman lead. No Name hasn't come back to Twitter. I'm grateful for that. Let No Name just go back to the raps. Let me start. That's how I feel about Janelle Monáe. Because I actually really do enjoy her acting. And I know people are really into her music. I've tried listening to her music, but her music's not for me. But, like, I think her music is good. But I really do like her acting a lot. It's like, just go back to, like, I would love to just see you. Especially if you're going to be doing these type of projects that also make a statement. Like, don't ruin it for us before we even have a chance to see it. I just started play The End of Something. Oh, my gosh. Rated TV 14, violence, suicide, fear, substances, choking. What's going to happen in this episode? Are they at Ben's death? Oh, yeah, it looks like they're at Ben's funeral. Oh, look at his little small casket. That's always so sad. Little small child-sized casket. Oh, when their robot mom was still alive. This was a while ago. And they better have this alien give the eulogy. He better say something totally inappropriate. This isn't a good eulogy, Reg. Look at the robot mom. She's looking at him like, I don't think this. Damn. He's shitting on them at the funeral. Wow. Oh, you can hear it? Sorry. Damn, he's really shitting on them at the fucking funeral. Hold on to this feeling, children. Let it fester in your hearts. I don't think that's what you're supposed to say. I mean, now it makes more sense that, like, the mom was a robot, because it seemed like, why did she go along with this? The way he talks to them, but, like, she's a robot. She's not a real person, so. Damn, so then so now all of them going shit on Vanya, too. Diego, you suck. So you're thinking, Diego. That's a first. Who's still standing there? Who's still standing there? Is poor Vanya. Diego's a weirdo. Is this Klaus? Oh no, this. What's he doing? It is Klaus. Oh look. And he came. I mean, like, wow. It's been a total shit show since you died. Oh yeah, look. Now I know for a fact that it's Klaus because here came the flask. So he's had this flask for a while. Baby Ben. Hi, Warren. Don't worry about that. You can go whenever you want. Why did he listen to Klaus? Klaus don't know what he's talking about. He told him not to go into the light. You want to watch me piss into Dad's gas tank? That's the first time I feel like they've ever actually shown him, like, use his power like that. I don't think Janelle can carry a movie as the lead just yet. I feel so lazy compared to those kids. I just remind people that they can mail in their vote. No Name's Twitter has been locked up for about 3 to 4 weeks now since that Beyonce thing. Voter suppression is a whole thing. Woo! Nicole's ready. I got plenty of black female leads for the Halloween list. Strange Days has Angela Bassett. Yeah, just keep a list. A bare-knuckle boxer with suspected mafia ties who fights under the alias King Kong. Allison Chestnut, the Negro. A Negro radical. And finally, Klaus, the cult leader. Why do they have this picture of Klaus? Wow. Hi, Chariot Man Gaming. This unidentified boy. Wow. They think 5 is kidnapped. You the ringleader. So Ben's ghost aged, apparently. Shut up, Diego. Nobody cares about JFK except you. Them kids are so messed up. Poor Vanya. Diego's a weirdo. Vanya was just trying to make everyone feel better. She didn't deserve that. Warren. Baby Ben is so precious. We're watching the last episode of Umbrella Academy, Queen, which I know you weren't watching. So Ghost Ben has had the same clues since he was a teenager. They hated their father. They had hunted you, the village idiot. Oh, gosh. They're always arguing. Either you go into heaven's light, walk into the flames of hell, or stay in mind-numbing purgatory. You were on the infinite switchboard. Hell yeah, I made that machine my bitch. Diego, shut up. Y'all need to recognize I got shit going on that y'all don't even know about. Like, they really just fight like siblings. Just this bickering. Yeah, what's up with Harlan? He has powers now. Yeah, you gave him powers. Now y'all are like linked. Damn, they just really chilling in this man's house. If they got murdered. I mean, I guess why not? But screen's a little dark. I hate your wig, Diego. Shut the fuck up about Kennedy. Klaus has no pictures. He's the smartest, even though he has a cult. Chariot Man Gaming. Jerry has watched these episodes has been hilarious. Five can't let anyone else feel special. Right, Ori. I can only imagine being in the 1960s, hearing all that on the news. Luther and Diego have been pissing me off all season, and Vanya's been the best. And that's like last season, sad Ellen Page was the worst. She's had some character development. It's been cute. Harlan having her powers cannot be good. How you gonna tell her you have other priorities, Diego? Your whole priority has been trying to save JFK, which you didn't even do. So you might as well just help her out with this. Luther was so useless. I didn't have it in me to care about him or dislike him. Yeah, Vanya's like, why would they even let Vanya leave? Knowing what they know about Vanya and her powers. Why would you let her go by herself? Like, this just seems like they didn't think this one through. Like, what if she goes Super Saiyan again? What are y'all like? Then y'all gonna have to like find her again and oh, see, Klaus knows. Klaus knows that Ben is gone. Klaus gonna be lonely without Ben. If Ben has been with him for like 16 years, like he's gonna be lonely without him. That, that little shit heel. All these years and I thought it was my fault when really it was his. He's gonna miss having been around. Like Klaus hasn't really been alone in 16 years. Like he's always had Ben with him. Woo woo! Oh, they all went. That's good. They thought that through now. Children ride in the back. Klaus. Okay. Um. Oh my God. Luther! At least get on the roof or something, monkey man. They're going to roll down the windows. Hi, Sketchnificent. I'm sure he'd be okay with them being there. He liked them, but it is a little strange. At best, I'm annoyed by Luther, but I neither like nor hate him. Five always looks like something that smells bad around him. Luther doesn't even look like he's wearing the suit in this scene. Yeah, it's been getting like progressively smaller and smaller, especially compared to season one when it was just like obnoxiously huge. Remind me, what is his power outside of that again? Oh, wow, it's snowing over there. Okay. Harlan's making it snow. Vanya made a 180 this season. Ellen Page must have stepped into the writer's room. Vanya stepped in. What did he do to you? Once Vanya stepped into her full truth as a lesbian, she got way more likable. How are they gonna stop Vanya? I mean, she didn't mean to do it. She's looking like, these people are your brothers and sister? He's a Mexican and she's a Negro. So what's going on? I'm not saying that Diego is actually a Mexican. I don't know if he is or not, but that just seems like something that Carol here would say. It is true that they didn't kill anybody. They should just say they're the Umbrella Academy and keep it moving. Um, Look at Harlan. Whoa. What is going on? The actor for 5 is great. I hope he has more and more roles in the future. They never cared about Vanya. They always underestimate her. They need to treat her like their sister. It's annoying. Klaus technically never really had a moment without Ben. He summoned him the day of his funeral. Right. Uh-oh. I wonder how long Klaus's sense of self and comfort been connected to his attachment to Ben. Maybe that's why Klaus didn't tell his family Ben was with them, because he felt guilty about it. Klaus and Ben could be a good metaphor to not being grateful for what you have. Super strength. Luther always has super strength. Okay. Super strength. Super strength. It's unremarkable super strength. Allison was really good this season too. Yeah. It's because they put her with a man the first season. Lila! Bye, girl. Bye. Bye. He's something. He not white. Right. Oh, look. 5, you should have known. 5 did kill the board. 5 did kill the board. And 5 should have known better before he did it. He should have known better before he did it, but he wasn't thinking. That kid is gone. This looks painful, poor child. Hi, Brooke. How are you? I mean, they're in Texas during the 1960s, so it's plausible for everyone to think anyone brown skin, right, with no traditional black features would be assumed to be Mexican. Right, he called the fact that Diego just said my ex-girlfriend. Everybody said it's messed up, bitch. Oh, she's gonna say he killed her parents. I mean, Lila, why would he know that he killed your parents? Like, why would he know who you are? Like, you're not that important. Number 1, you're not that important. Number 2, you were a kid. You weren't an adult. He would have no idea who you are. Like, you know what you did, you prepubescent piece of shit. Who are you? This is a lot of people that she just, like, summoned. So these are all the people that are loyal to her. What about the people that aren't loyal to her? Like the Infinite Switchboard crew and the suitcase and their names. I'd say run and die later. Right, Nicole. Like, Lila, you know 5 is a highly skilled assassin. Why the F would he remember your parents specifically? I like these, like, masks that they have them wear. We haven't seen them all season. This is a lot of people. Why don't they just shoot them? Why are they chasing them? That's like movie magic. That's something you're not supposed to think about. Because they have guns, but they're chasing them on foot. To shoot them point blank range, not from far away. Oh, look, Harlan is going to her, though. Oh, now they're shooting at them. And, of course, they're not hitting them, which is also movie magic. Oh, shit. They just freaked Harlan out. The actor for 5 is great. I hope he has more and more roles in the future. Oh, I saw that one. Allison was also great this season. It's gonna get wild. I saw that. Lila, you know 5 is a highly skilled assassin. Why would she remember your parents specifically? Maybe they just want to keep their jobs. I don't think they're loyal to her, but more like they didn't question her version of the story. Oh, you got a new laptop? I'm good, Brooke. I'm all right. You know, as good as can be with everything going on, but I'm doing all right. Oh, look, Diego's stopping the bullets. I mean, he could do that because he's like metal controller, but it looks like to him. And these are just regular people. Like, they don't have powers like outside of these suitcases, right? Oh, Five actually looks scared under the table. I don't think I've ever actually seen Five look scared before. They're looking like, oh shit, we really about to die. Damn. All these close calls we've had. Oh, here come Dark Phoenix coming to save the day. She's actually flying like Superman. Is she gonna give us a good old Superman Jesus Christ pose? Are we gonna get it? Carol's looking like, whoa. Oh, damn. She just like wrecked all of them. You know Superman is a Christ-like figure. You gonna try and get caught up? Time check. I'm about 18 minutes and 45 seconds in. Netflix does their time thing really weird. I'm about 19 minutes in. Vanya just wrecked everybody with an energy blast. Did she kill all of them, or are they just knocked out? If it was really Dark Phoenix, she would have disintegrated them, but that's okay. This, I think, really borrowed a lot aesthetically from Looper. A lot. Like how it looks. Oh, so Lila has powers too. Well, we knew Lila has powers, but Lila had this power. We knew she was keeping Lila around for a reason, and she killed her parents for a reason. Is she like Rogue? Like she can use your own powers against you type shit? Lila's copying powers. She's the Peter Petrelli. Or the Siler. Catch me, catch me! Some ghost caught him. She's the rogue that can touch folks. Nice, Klaus. So this is why the handler ordered her parents to be killed, because she wanted to take Lila, because Lila obviously has this copycat power, which always did seem like the best power, right? Like you can have all the powers, and with Peter Petrelli, he doesn't even have to like touch you and take it like how Rogue does. He can just like do it. She must have redirected Vanya's energy wave. Oh no! I mean, I wouldn't have pushed Luther out the way. Luther could have took them bricks, Five. You probably already did. He's buried under them bricks. Him too. So is she gonna have super strength now too? Wow, she threw Luther out the fucking wall. So is she gonna have the rumor power too? If Allison tries to rumor her, is she gonna be able to rumor now too? Do you have to try to do it to her first? I'm just spitballing here, watching. She punched her. It was a good punch. I like Allison's gloves. So it seems like, see, like she only had super strength because she was dealing with Luther. Because now she's just fighting regular with Allison. Every bullet misses. They shoot like damn stormtroopers or Saturday cartoon. Oh, look, see? So she can do it back to you after you do it. That's what I thought. I was about to be like, Allison, like, don't use your power on her. There are stormtroopers at this point to miss that much. That kid is keeping up with the 30-year-olds. The power's really improved in this scene. Diego graduated from curving the bullet to being full-on Magneto. When 5 gets scared, we all need to be scared. Uh, she looks like a corpse when she uses her. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Luther. I'd be like hitting her in the chest or something. Lila's copying powers. Peter Petrelli had ass. Yeah, I was like, oh, so she's Peter. She has them all. She has power mimicry. She's the rogue that could touch folks. I don't think she keeps him though, or she would still be using 5's power to kill him. So you just gotta fight her like a regular person. You can't use your powers on her. How did the handler know that Lila had powers? Because it clearly looked like she killed her parents on purpose to get her. She's obviously mimicking your power, so stop using it, 5. And then he just did it again. He hasn't caught on. Peter was mad cool when he had all those powers. 5, why would you do that? Peter couldn't control them, though, at the end of season 1. Had to get his memory wiped. I wonder if she can only copy one at a time. As big as Luther is and as strong as he is, I would use him as a shield from the bricks. Yeah, that was like something we needed to happen for the plot, right? Because then Lila came in and 5 was conveniently buried under the bricks, which gave us a little delay because then she had to like fight Luther and then she had to like fight Allison because like 5 conveniently was buried and climbing out. Plot armor. I mean, if this shit was on Diego's leg, would he be able to stand up? Team 0, unstoppable. It seems like when she gets a power, it's stronger in her. Allison's coat is giving me storm. Where did Allison get this outfit? It's cute, but where? So I was watching some behind the scenes stuff about this episode, and I think they filmed this part in Canada, and it wasn't wintertime yet, and it just snowed out of nowhere, so they had to work it into the show. Really, Brooke? That's actually pretty cool. Because it was randomly snowing. Now Allison knows how it feels. It's only one at a time, and it stops when she switches. Yeah, anything you... Oh, see, they're talking about it, but she can only mirror one of our powers at a time. Right, are you sure about that? Oh, she hit him in the head with the pan. Look, the handler trying to get Harlan to take this shield down so she can use him. Lala gonna feel bad because handler about to trade her in for a new magic kid and leave her ass in the dust. I think maybe the child was exposed at some point using her power, which caught the handler's attention in the first place. Anything you can do, I can do better. I def would have wanted that song to play. He'd have broken his leg or ankle at least with that big ass tractor. I'm his new mama. But does he want you as a mom after he saw you knock his actual mom out? Look, like 5 keeps saying like, bitch, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about. Like, what the fuck? The flower merchants. They were your parents? Like, why you keep saying their names? How am I supposed to know? I hate when they do that in movies and shows. But I killed a lot of people. Like, bitch, I killed so many people. Even though it sounds wild to say, yeah, it was him. He did kill them. It was like revealed that he did kill them. But he killed them because, yeah, the handler faked the kill order. No, she faked it. She stamped it. She did. She was there. She ordered him to do it. Right, like she was trying to take you. Because you have powers. She's another Reginald type looking for magic kids. Like, because you have powers, obviously, bitch. Duh. Like, you better fucking catch on, ho. Catch up. From your parents. Yeah, she's obviously exactly like him. That's true. He bought them. You're right, because he didn't have our parents murdered. He just paid good money for us. The handler needs to get handled. She's not even your real mother. She killed your parents. Oh yeah, she knew. Bleh. I tried. I only saw season 1 and 2 of Heroes. I don't know if that changed after for Peter. He ended up in a Vanya situation in season 1. I'll just say nothing got better on Heroes after season 2. That's a really cool nugget of info. Why would they be surprised that there's more of them? Didn't they say in the first episode how many babies were born? They didn't say? I felt like they did. She want to get a new special kid. Lila about to outlive her usefulness. That hit to the head with the skillet looked painful. The kid who plays number 5 is from LA, I think. And he was like, I've never had to deal with this kind of weather. They were all like, where did this snow come from? The anything you can do, I can do better song playing during that scene would have been cute. No, Lila, they don't deserve to die. He was under orders. The handler is responsible. Is Lila really going to drop the knife or is she going to stab him? Which one's going to happen? I think she's going to stab him. Oh, no, the handler shot all of them. I had a feeling this wasn't going to end well. Handler needs to get handled. Even if the handler ordered it, 5 still did it. So I can understand why she would still be mad at 5. This is reminding me of Looper a lot, like I said already. This part. Because in Looper, they're supposed to just like kill people. They kill people that got sent back in time, but it's supposed to just be totally anonymous job. Like the person comes back with a burlap sack over their head and everything. Like they just appear and you shoot them, you get paid in your little gold bricks and you just go on about your day. Like you're not really supposed to think about it. Hi, Kyrie. Nothing got better after Hero Season 2. It just declined. It was 43. Okay, Ori, 43. I thought they did. Because Reginald only got 7 of them. So it's a whole lot of them out there. Damn! She shot Lila too. See, Lila, this is where you fucked up. Calling this lady your mom, thinking she actually cared about you. Hi, Davy. Lila's so smart, but she didn't figure the handler out after all these years. I'd be curious as to why this woman who works for the company she works for ended up raising me. Right. Does he have enough power to, like, go? Who shot her? Who shot you? Oh, the fucking IKEA mafia! Because he realized that she was the one that got his brothers killed. IKEA mafia shot her. I was wondering how they were going to get out of this one. Hi, Justin. I mean, I still don't know, but I was wondering who was going to stop the handler from killing 5 because I knew somebody was. So the 7 of them plus Lila means there's 35 others floating around somewhere or somewhen. Is he? Yeah, I'm wondering. Like, is he about to use his powers right now? Even though he's shot, it's definitely really cold for real. Cause I can like see all of their breath. His lips are and Five's lips are purple. Oh, look, he's like rewinding them. Okay, flashpoint. He's in the speed zone. Everyone's powers are getting an upgrade. He's just like going back through the minutes, like deliberately, instead of just jumping back randomly. Klaus. Of course it's true. And then IKEA Mafia still shot her. But now the rest of them are not dead, and Five has a gun. Well, she gone with the case. And that means y'all gonna be stuck here for a while. Lila literally just tried to kill them all. I'd be like, Diego, your wig is too tight. Fuck her. She's not a part of the family. There are definitely other kids around. You thought she loved you. I need to know if we can get past this. Excuse me, ma'am, you brutally murdered my parents. You could raise me as your pet assassin. Right. Hi, Sketchnificent. We just watching Umbrella Academy. He was like, that was from my brothers. One of y'all called him IKEA Mafia, which I now just can't stop thinking about. Seconds. I just bit into an edible. My friend sent me a bunch. Oh, you can't smoke? Edibles are good. They'll be really good for the pain, Kyrie. Klaus, who the hell was that guy? Looks like he's rewinding time. Everyone's powers are getting an upgrade. Five has the best ability. This is cool. Hi, Adam. Wow. Vanya just like ran in there like it wasn't nothing. I wonder if the show is ever gonna address all the kids' birth mothers. I'm really interested in that. Oh, she's taking the power back. So does that mean he's gonna die? Is the power what's keeping him alive? Or is he just gonna be okay again? He straight up controlled time. Kind of like he took his consciousness back in time. Five playing Earth Song. Klaus, what the fuck were those fake karate hands gonna do? I wish Klaus got some more burn this season with his abilities. Right, Diego, enough. Klaus coat, I need it. Enough with this obsessive behavior. First Kennedy, now Lila. Okay, so it looks like Harlan is not gonna like. I was thinking like maybe he'll die, which would be sad, but they're playing around a lot with these powers. Powers have consequences. Oh, right, that's true, Ori. There's like 2 billion dead commissioned drones out there, each of whom use a case to materialize there. That's not going to be a problem. Yeah, I kind of forgot about them. Oh, look. Infinite Switchboard Patrol. Yowza. I'd want a version of Allison's outfit. I'd rock that shit. Edibles are stronger too and last longer in your system. Vanya was unbothered as fuck. She just ran in there. She's like, this is my kid. Lila took off with a whole time machine. She about to be just as messy as the handler was. I'm glad his mom is still alive and wasn't killed in the struggle. So just F the dead cop girlfriend who Diego was willing to kill Mary J. Blige over. Yeah, apparently Lila's his new boo. Poor Harlan. I see, Kyrie. I'm glad that people are handling your shopping and stuff for you. That's good. Adjusting. Yes, just stay safe, as safe as you can. You know we're all rooting for you, Kyrie. At least Herb won't have to deal with the people loyal to the handler, right? That was kind of like a neat little way of cleaning that up. Because all the people that came would have been the ones loyal to the handler, and now they're all dead. Right, briefcase. Stay strong. We're praying for you. That's good, the support you're getting. Season 3 is going to be great. Between Vanya's sound blasting and Lila's mirroring, will the cases be workable? I think they'll be okay. Diego has a fixation problem. If he's not fixating, he's aimless and a madman. I totally agree. And I felt like even before, like Lila and JFK and even like the old policewoman, he was like really obsessed with the mom and like fixated on the robot mom. Like some of y'all said y'all thought he even had a crush on her. He was like really fixated on her. Like, he's been voted in as acting chairperson. Diego sure did forget about that cop, and he was supposed to be so in love with her. Just like Allison forgot a whole daughter she had back in 2019. I'd be taking extra briefcases then. The Time Commission has a lot to clean up after. Yeah, like you were flying. Which she said, like ooh. Why did it zoom in like that? Whoa, I don't know why I just did that. It just like zoomed in so close. I don't know why I did that. Yay. I'm so happy to hear that. You know we love you, Kyrie. Everyone's kindness and care. Why does He was weird with his robot mom. It was not normal. Yeah, that was like a super accidental zoom. I was like, whoa, what was that? Diego jumps from vengeance grievance to vengeance grievance without resolving them. Yeah, he really needs to just like unpack the feelings that he has with like their father and their upbringing. Because he just like, instead of dealing with like that, which is clearly the root issue, he's just like going from like other fixations and obsessions. Like just deal with like the real problem. Of course, Carol can't go with you. Vanya? That would be too weird. She does love Vanya. Her husband is dead. Didn't see this coming. Yeah, accidental zoom. This decision is fair for Carol. This world is too much. Right, like, bitch, I seen you flying. Shit was blowing up. My child had a force field. I don't need to be involved in this, Vanya. Especially if you're leaving. Like, you can just go. Oop, zoom. Also, I'm doing more online shopping. It's fun. Oh, that's the timeline. Nova said this character wrote Carol. That's the timeline. I like that. She's the real writer of The Price of Salt. Maybe she can live her lesbian truth with someone else. And then she wrote The Time Traveler's Wife. If I were her, I'd be a little scared to go into the future too. Oh, look, Allison's husband. Is he gonna go or stay? Or is she gonna leave him? She's not gonna give him the option. She's just gonna go back home to her kid. I guess not, because she looked like she left him a letter. Back in time to 2019. I've got to the future. I couldn't take you with me. She wrote him a letter. I think Allison knew she couldn't take him with her. At least they did end things and it wasn't some unresolved thing. Yeah. Yeah. You can't stay because you don't know what other things they would impact by being there. And I don't think you can really take anybody with you because you don't know what you're going to impact if you take somebody out of their time and bring them with you into your time. Like, y'all have done enough messing with the timeline. Team 0. Give that man some therapy. That's absolutely right. Vanya, don't you think you and your family have messed with the timeline enough? Oh, look, Dave. Right, like even him messing with Dave, even like Klaus going to talk to Dave, made Dave enlist even earlier, like than he would have previously. So maybe he's even gonna die earlier than he would have previously. IKEA Mafia about to get on the hippie bus. Oh my gosh! It's the Destiny's Children. He about to get picked up by the Destiny's Children. He's about to join the Destiny's Children. Hi, Tim. Why is he stuck in that timeline? Because he got sent there with a case, and I don't think he has a case. So he's stuck. And his brothers are gone too. She's driving to California. Team Zero. Oh, look. Harlan still has his powers. Harlan still has his powers. Poor Allison's husband. At least they did end things and it wasn't some unresolved thing. I think Allison knew she couldn't take him with her. We already said that no matter what, he had to stay in 63, take his place in the civil rights movement. It's sad how Allison had to just leave him. What's Klaus doing? $50 if we leave him here. Oh, yay! A coworker dropped off a bunch of fruit for the weekend apple juice. Made my day. I'm so happy you have such a good support system, Kyrie. Especially because I know you're sort of like living somewhere different than where most of your family is, which we already talked about is better for you. Now, every time they time travel, I'm going to be wondering, like, where are they? Oh, they made it back. Day after the apocalypse, so they stopped it. Did we actually succeed at something? That's incredible! Look at all these loose ends they leaving behind. If Harlan still had his power, that's going to affect something, I bet, which they're not going to know. Why is there a painting of Ben over the mantelpiece? See, they obviously didn't come back. And Reggie is alive. Look at all them loose ends they left behind. Exactly. I feel Dave went earlier to war. Hi, watching Umbrella Academy, Alec. Swedish Mafia has nothing anymore, so it makes sense he would end up in a cult. Wrong again. This is the Sparrow Academy. Oh, look, it's like, see, in this one, he got different kids probably in this version of the timeline. Oh, look, and Ben is still alive. Well, I'm glad that Ben's character is not gone. Because I was a little sad. I was like, oh, so there's going to be no more Ben? That doesn't seem fair. And apparently not. Good ending. Good ending. I like season 2. I like season 2 better than season 1. Ooh, pasta salad. He still has powers. I like that Vanya didn't fix him. I was thinking about that too. I was thinking like, and also I was wondering, I was like, and also if she's taking his powers away, he's not gonna die. I was like, is she also gonna like take his autism away? Because I wouldn't have liked that either. Because I wouldn't have liked that subtext of her like fixing him. He was looking a little evil in that shot. That little boy ain't gonna be no good when he gets back to the future. How will Destiny's Children, the cult, affect Destiny's Child? Now the group comprised of Beyonce, Kelly, LaToya, and Latavia and Michelle will have to be called something else now. Okay, no, don't just start playing Nurse Ratched, Netflix. You have to live with the consequences. Scene cuts to Harlan. That's a huge ass hint. Hi, Smiley. Oh, we're almost to the end. They messed up the timeline so bad. They're in a whole new world. How come 5 is still a kid? Didn't he give his future self the right formula to not bitch the time jump? He did, but he didn't use it. He didn't use the. He told him after it was already open, and then he like pushed him in because he was like, "No, you still have to go back and become." Because he was like, he still has to go back and become the kid version of him. Like that still has to happen. All the stuff from season 1 still has to happen because it's a loop. You know, time travel paradoxes. Destiny's Child would be a shambolic Parliament Funkadelic chorus group where Beyonce would be the cult leader. So not much will change. They went back to their present, but the house is intact. Ben is alive. Reggie didn't kill himself. Oh. I never even heard of that. Taste is now altered from chemotherapy. So yesterday a friend dropped off gum, which was a godsend. What kind of gum? My favorite kind of gum is Big Red. The Sparrow Academy. Wow, Ben. Ben was like, who are these assholes? Ben, get out of here with that 2007 emo haircut. Yeah, that makes sense that he'd get different kids because he saw the Umbrella Academy as failures. Ben with the K-drama hair, but at least he's alive. And he didn't know about Ben when he met them in the past. It tried to play Nurse Ratched for you too? You've been binging the Star Wars films. Finished the original 3, loved them. Now I'm watching the prequels. I'm a little disturbed by Anakin. Oh, so you know, I just watched all those movies too recently, Kyrie. So I watched the original 3, which I hadn't seen in a really long time, like at least 10 years. And then I had never seen the prequels at all. And I really liked the prequels. I'm watching them. It's kind of funny watching them like outside of when they were released and, you know, like all that talk about, you know, those prequel movies. Because I actually really liked them a lot. I thought the story was really good and tragic of like Anakin. I need Netflix to stop autoplaying shit for me. So if Reginald adopted 6 others and Ben, where are the rest of them now? Paradox much? Yeah, there's going to be duplicates. I could see Destiny's Children and Destiny's Child getting into a legal battle over the name. Now they have to meet the alternate versions of themselves. I still haven't watched any of the newest Star Wars, and I won't be watching them because I'm just not interested. Reginald went to screw up other kids. I hope the southern version of Robot Mom is there this time. I too saw that Nurse Ratched was going to play next. Wrigley's extra long-lasting flavor Polar Ice. We'll have to try that. Extra long-lasting. That episode where they all had dinner with their dad made him realize them kids were a mess. The notes he was writing was him writing down what kids not to take. He got different kids. I'm also hearing folks say that the prequel trilogy was better than some people say. I really enjoyed them. I thought they were really, really good. The original Star Wars movies from the 70s are, of course, just like classic examples of like filmmaking. But in terms of like story, since those first 3 are the middle of the story, I kind of like the story of the prequels better. I don't necessarily like the movies better, even though I didn't think the movies were bad, but I like the story of the prequels better than the story of the first set that came out, which sounds backwards to say, but those original ones that came out are just like pinnacles of filmmaking. But I really like the prequels too. Like the fucking race in the first one. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I was like, look at that. The newer ones, I haven't seen any of them. Revenge of the Sith was my favorite. Which kids it was didn't matter. It was the house you raised them in, bruh. Right, raising Random Girl, like, it was you. You messed them up. Prequels are going well. I'm just like, yeah, Anakin was run by his desire, love, and fear. All the Jedi, except Ki-Gon Jinn, was like, he will go dark. Even Yoda. I prefer the prequels to the original trilogy. He was dead ass like, this is a group of fuck ups. Let me not pick this batch in the future. The lore in the prequels was more expansive. The world had weight to it. The prequels were amazing. It's maybe because I saw them as a teenager. Okay, cool, Nicole. Check the calendar. Next Thursday or Friday, I'll drop the Halloween list so we can start getting some ideas and take votes on what to watch. Cool. I love the original because the story flow is great. The score, the shots, the love triangle is questionable. Yes! Along with Padme and Anakin in these prequels, also questionable. I used to have a Star Wars racing video game back in the day on Nintendo 64. Love that game. Yeah, it was. I mean, like, I see what they tried to do with it because Padme is a child queen in the first one. And Natalie Portman looks young. I mean, because she was young. She was young in real life. She's supposed to be like 12 or something, right? And Anakin is supposed to be like 8 or 9 years old. So if we come back to them like 10 years later or however long, I get it. They were trying to make it like, childhood love grows up. Padme was 14, Anakin was 9. Yeah. I was like, I knew it was like something like that because she's supposed to be like a child. So they're trying to make it so, 10 years later, she's 24 and, he's 19. So they're both grown now. It's still a little weird, but because he was like a kid. But I feel like she was a kid too. Like she was a kid also. She's supposed to be a child queen. So I don't know. I know Ori's like an expert, so like I trust this. Padme was 14, Anakin was 9. Because I just felt like, it's supposed to be like childhood love grows up, like you knew your next door neighbor when y'all were both kids and then you don't see them for like years and years. And then you like come back and y'all are both grown and now you're looking at each other different. But it's just hard because like Natalie Portman was old enough that she looked young. She did look young. She looked like a kid in the first one, but she was old enough that even when she came back in the second one and they're supposed to be much older, she kind of still looked the same. Maybe they should. I mean, I like her as Padme. I like younger because Natalie Portman was young. I don't know. I didn't realize that her double was Keira Knightley until I like Googled it. I was like reading about it and I was like, I knew that girl looked familiar. The girl like pretending to be her. They shouldn't have made Anakin and Padme a thing. He was 10 and she was like 14. It was weird. But like 4 years of difference when you're adults is not that much time. It's only weird because they knew each other when they were children. Like a 20-year-old and a 24-year-old dating is not weird. Or like a 21-year-old and a 25-year-old dating is not weird. Like a 30 and a 34-year-old dating is not weird. 4 years is not that much. It's just weird because we see them as children first. And Natalie Portman's face was like not babyish enough. But maybe it was because they was like putting all that makeup and stuff on her. Just choices, stylistic choices that they made. The childlike empress. The prequels had their problems, but they were very coherent. Yeah, I thought the story was really good. There were definitely problems, but I thought the story was very good and tragic. They made her deepen her voice to throw it off even more, too. Am I the only... Oh, look, Brooke. See, Brooke, you just said, am I the only one who didn't realize that Keira Knightley played Padme's body double in episode 1? Yeah, I didn't know at first either. And then when I saw, I went back and looked again, and I was like, oh, that damn sure is Keira Knightley, isn't it? Like, they were young. Keira Knightley looks very young. Her face looks different. Natalie Portman, her face just hasn't changed very much as she got older. Yeah, Brooke, I just said that. Have Natalie and Kira ever made a film together? Since then, I don't know. That sounds better. She went from being his big sister character to being his love interest, which is the reverse of Anakin. Oh, you mean Luke, which is the reverse of Luke and Leia, which is love interest to siblings. Yeah, I thought that that was sort of meant to be like a parallel, probably on purpose. People have confused Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley for years, and they really don't look that much alike, if anything. My one complaint with the prequels. Well, 4 years difference can be bad if one is still a minor and one is an adult, but that's not the case in Star Wars. Like in Star Wars, they're both over 18. It's supposed to be like several years later. They're both over 18. So all that technology and they couldn't save her. They're Hollywood twins. We just finished the Umbrella Academy season 2 finale. Yeah. Keira Knightley was in so many movies so young. She was 17 in the first Pirates of the Caribbean and only 20 in Pride and Prejudice. They made her play adults for a lifetime. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman were both young for real. Like everybody involved were actually children because Natalie Portman was a child actress, but she's pretty young in America's Nations, Where the Heart Is. And she's playing like a 15-year-old teenage mom or something. Are Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman the same height or something? I don't see a resemblance at all. I don't either, but I feel like Keira Knightley's face used to look different because I really didn't even catch on that it was her. And they show her like bare face and everything several times. I was like, who's that girl playing Natalie Portman? And then I looked and I was like, Keira Knightley. Also, I'm understanding the conversation of droid hate in the prequels. The originals, so much anti-droid sentiment. The actress from Bridesmaids and stuff is also Padme's double. Padme really died of terminal sad. She died of a broken heart. I mean, people dying of broken hearts is real. Like, imagine if you found out something really terrible about somebody you really loved. Like, really terrible. Like, they killed a bunch of kids. And you're just like... And not only that, but you're, like, also pregnant by this person. Like, oh my gosh, like... And it's twins. Like, whoa. She was just like, I just can't go on. Like, I just can't go on. Like, I just can't go. She was just like, I just can't go on. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I can't go on. Like, Anakin did some really bad things. Yeah, like died of a broken heart. All the events that happened were avoidable too. That's what makes it so tragic. Yeah, and yet you still understand the character's choices. Hi, Teddy. Yeah, Natalie was in The Professional. Leon. Hollywood twins. Natalie was 12 in The Professional. Yeah, she was very young. She was acting real young. She was acting extremely young. Wasn't Natalie Portman in that movie with Susan Sarandon, Anywhere But Here, where they're like mother and daughter? Wasn't that her? She was real young in that one too, like 13. He did kill kids. People die of that all the time when their partners pass too. My heart can't go on, died of a broken heart. Yeah. Yeah. She had to pass away. Talk about a space opera. I thought, oh no, Kimberly Fraser. I thought that I was going to go after my mother passed away. That broken heart shit is no joke, let me tell you. Yeah. Anakin did a whole 180 on that ass. He went evil, evil. It was like, wow, okay, right. I mean, we slowly saw it happening throughout the movies. But when it finally happened, it was like, whoa. Like, he did a lot. just imagine, like, really literally, like, imagine finding out somebody that you really truly love like killed a bunch of kids. How do you even like reconcile that knowledge? I mean, and you know, people have to deal with that in real life too, which is like what we need to talk about. Kevin type shit is about, like, people trying to like understand. People were so awful about the prequels, they ran him out of acting. You talk about Hayden Christensen. Oh, yeah, Ori, I saw that in Discord. I didn't get a chance to say anything because I saw it right before Bees Bake, but I did see that. Sorry to hear that your dog died. That sucks. Hope my other dog doesn't die of a broken heart now that my big one is gone. Yeah, that sucks. It is her, right? And Anywhere But Here. Anywhere But Here is my movie. I just watched that on Hulu. Susan Sarandon was messy. She was so messy. And Natalie Portman is her daughter, right? In that one. What did she say she was gonna call her? She was like, I'm not gonna call you your name anymore. I'm gonna call you something else. I can't think of it now. My mom used to say that to me all the time. I know what happens. My mom worked for an old couple. When the husband died, the wife died a week later. It was so sad. First movie I seen Natalie Portman in was The Professional. In his defense, he was groomed by Palpatine all his life. He had no chance, low key. The Emperor of Evil, her worldview flip. We need to talk about Anakin. Kyrie, yes. Like, we need to talk about Anakin. I'd probably cry about it for years, lose my mind a little, and then try to block them out of my memory if the one I love was that evil. People don't think about how the iconic Skywalker saber has both been a heroic weapon and the one that slaughtered a room full of little kids. And it was like so sad because they were just like, Jedi Master Anakin, what should we do? What are we gonna do? Please help us. And then he was just like, yeah, like, sorry kids. I was like, oh my God. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Like, I was really shocked. I didn't know that was gonna happen. I believe it. I knew something happened and all the Jedi got wiped out, but I didn't know it was like that he did it directly himself. I thought they were just gonna blow up the building or something. I mean, not to say that that's any better, but you know, like, he did it himself. I just saw the Unabomber show and his family struggled with turning him in. Anakin was corrupt, but Kevin was just as bad. Kevin was evil. Like, we need to talk about Kevin. I read the book and I've seen the movie. Kevin was, well, we need to talk about Kevin is really interesting because, like, Kevin was evil since birth, but the whole point of the book and the movie, and I guess you can maybe say the same thing about Star Wars in a way. The whole point of the book and the movie is like nature versus nurture because, like, before his mom even has Kevin, she doesn't really want a baby, and after he's born, she resents him and she treats him resentfully. But like, Kevin is also evil, and he's even evil as like a baby. It's just like a really weird, interesting thing that they're talking about in the book and in the movie. And even if you think about like Star Wars, you know, they sort of imply that like Anakin is like conceived by like evil. So it's like, was he evil? Like, was he just evil at the core? And all that trying to be good was the fake shit? Or could he really have been good and he was just swayed to the dark side? Something to think about. My best friend died of a broken heart after her mom passed away. The Jedi was also somewhat incompetent with how they handled Annie. Yeah, like, Anakin obviously had all these feelings, you know, like Spock, right? And they were just like, suppress them. We don't deal with these type of feelings and emotions. Just like suppress them. That's just all you got to do. And it's like, well, no, maybe he should like deal with them. They're just like, no. Just put them in the back of your mind. Just try not to think about them. And we're just going to move on. Every single time you have one of these outbursts, just like push it way down to the bottom of your soul and just don't think about it. And it's just like, that's not healthy. Like, that literally never works ever. The horror. Mace Man's begging, no cap. Obi was so hurt when Anakin went dark. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. When I watched that, I was like, damn, I felt that. I feel Obi-Wan was too young to be a father figure to Anakin. If Qui-Gon was still alive, he would have maybe had a better chance to not turn. Order 66 should be a separate movie. Wish you recorded your response to Order 66. Yeah. I always think about how when we need to talk about Kevin, he uses a bow and arrow instead of a gun. Yeah. Does his mother blame herself? Does she blame herself? Should she blame herself, etc.? And right, I feel like Palpatine should have gotten his hooks into Anakin more deeply without him noticing before that critical point where he turns. Yeah, nature versus nurture, a long-standing argument. Swinging pendulum. This is why you should repress your feelings, acknowledge, accept, and process them. Anakin was like, I miss my mom. Obi-Wan was like, give it time. I'm like, this sociopath. Right. Even when Yoda and them was like, he's too old. Like, he's like, they already knew he was older and like had already formed attachments. So they should have been more prepared to deal with that instead of just being like, just forget about your mom. Just like repress all these feelings. Oh my God, your mom was like brutally murdered. It's not that serious. Just let it go. Like, right, like just don't think about your bad thoughts and you won't have any bad thoughts. Like, what kind of logic? He was born of evil. So this is what Anubis thinks. He was born of evil. He simply combated it his entire life. The Jedi honestly got to him far too late. Plus, they did a piss poor job of getting to know him intimately. Obi-Wan and Annie were more like brothers and relationship dynamic. Obi-Wan didn't even like him in the beginning. Obi-Wan is 25 in Phantom Menace, 35 in Attack of the Clones, and 38 in Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. Obi-Wan was definitely like not ready, but the other dude died, so he kind of just like stepped in, and I guess he was trying to do the best he could, but it wasn't enough. Also, child Annie also lived through slavery. Obi-Wan was 25, seriously, but being a father relationship to a 10-year-old. He was born in the Force, so he really wasn't good or evil. But he was conceived by, what's his name? Not Darth Sidious. Not Darth Sidious. It was Darth, the real evil one, Darth Plagueis. He wasn't just like immaculately conceived by the Force. He was conceived by like Darth Plagueis, like deliberately like manipulating the Force to make him, which kind of implies that he was evil. Like he was made of evil energy. Like, you know, like he's the Antichrist. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like he's Rosemary's Baby, you know? This was a plot on Supernatural when Lucifer got that chick pregnant, and then they kept trying to like kill the baby, and she was like, no, I know the baby can be good. I know the baby can be good. That whole fucking shit. I was like, no, he's evil. They should kill that bitch. Like, he's evil. Like, kill him. But, you know, there's always this whole question. I mean, you know, this is a question going back in media for so long. By Vanity of, again, like the nature versus nurture. Like, no, I know he can be good. Like, if he's raised right, I know he can be good. It's like, I mean, I guess we can see. But we're going to end soon, too. Homie experienced some traumas. Anakin is an Antichrist character born of a mother, but he was placed in his mother. Right. So he was born of evil. Right. I didn't even see that before I called him the Antichrist, Kyrie. I just saw it. Darth Plagueis. It was fate. Anakin never had a chance. He was going to be evil no matter what. Yeah, that's the name for real. And Darth Plagueis is Darth Plagueis, and then Darth Sidious, and then Darth Vader, right? The Omen, like he's evil. That was retroactively confirmed by Disney and something outside the movies way after the fact. No, Or I can't even remember. Did Lucifer have sex with the woman? Did Lucifer have sex with the woman? Because Lucifer was inside of the other dude's body, Gabriel's body. So I think maybe he did have sex with her. I can't really remember. In Star Wars, it's like literally immaculate conception. Cause like after they find Annie, they like ask his mom like, who's the father? And she says like, I know it sounds crazy, but like there's no father. Like I just got pregnant. Like I felt like it was definitely implied that he was like an antichrist figure. And so the question is, was he always destined to become evil, or like did he have a choice? He was definitely made by the Sith. I'm more of a nurture over nature person, but I recognize sometimes it's a little bit of nature. If he was made by the Sith, how is he supposed to be the balance? Well, I think that's a part of some of the questions that the movies are raising of, is it possible that he can be made by the Sith and be almost, like an antichrist figure, but like can he choose to be good? Which you could say that he did, because like ultimately in the end, he ends up destroying Palpatine when he's Darth Vader and he's like killing Luke. He like makes the choice to like save his son, even though he's like evil, and like bring balance to the Force. So I kind of feel like there's like, nature versus nurture type argument of like, even if you're like literally created by evil, do you still have choices, or do you not have a choice? It's just fate. Oh, Darth Maul, right. Sorry, I left him out. Darth Maul, right. Darth Plagueis, Darth Sidious, Darth Maul, Darth Tyrannus, Darth Vader, right. He was possessing someone who was having an affair with the woman, right, okay. It was also how Palpatine comes back. He alludes to evading death through the dark side, which is what really gets Anakin. Yeah, like, we're evil, so we will do things. This is how I think of the Force. I think of the Force as like magic, basically. And so you have like a good side and a bad side. And so the bad side is like, we don't have no rules. We don't give a fuck. So we use our magic to do all type of things. Like we could bring people back from the dead. We can keep people from dying. We could conceive evil babies magically. Like we don't give a fuck about no rules. Like we do what we want with the Force. And then you have the good side that's like, no, you can't do that. Which is like the standard dichotomy of magic. You have like a good side that's like, no, like magic has consequences. Like we can't just use it however we want. We can't use it for personal gain. We can't use it from a place of like rage and like evil, even though, or Last Airbender. Oh, where does your fire bending come from? Does it come from like a place of like calm, like the dragons, or does it come from like hate? Even though that'll give you like more power, but it's not. It's gonna corrupt you, turn you evil. So it was at the very end when he kills Palpatine and he says, look, you were right. I can be good. Tell your sister you were right. Yeah, it seems like it's about choices, I like the whole no more than two Siths paradigm in Star Wars, because one will always kill or replace the other. I also see the Force as magic. It's what you do with it, but one side is more liberal with it. Hi, Corey. It's balance. It's just a source of power. The individuals use it, however. The light side of the Force prioritizes balance, while the dark side of the Force embraces desires and strength. We talk about Star Wars. SW is Star Wars, Queen. I'd probably be using it for personal gain, likely revenge too. You gonna get that charmed karma. Remember when fucking Paige remember when Paige dropped the book out the window? Let's start there. Because I remember watching that episode like, no, she didn't just drop it out the window. Like, she really must want Piper to beat her motherfucking ass. She dropped the book out the window, photocopied the pages, and then she like made the photocopier make the dude's acne go away, and then like her fucking titties like exploded, because it was just like, you can't, like anything you send out there, you're gonna get back. That's like the old magic shit. Like anything you put out there, you're gonna get back times 3. So if you put some bad shit out there, you're gonna get some bad shit back. And ultimately, that is what ended up happening. Like Anakin went through all this. He put all this shit out there. He killed all these people. all to try to like stop Padme from dying, and she died. Like, the boobs. Yeah, the original Charmed. How was it able to go out the window? She dropped it out the window. The book let her drop it out the window. Yeah, I've seen The Magicians. I haven't read the books though. No, this is the original Charmed. This happened in the original Charmed. They looked at her like, really? You just gonna drop the book like that? She disrespected the fuck out of that book. She dropped it out the window. Piper was like, out the window? It's like centuries old. Out the window. I was watching Charmed in the hospital during the beginning of my journey. I got to see Prue to Paige shift. It was awesome. She dropped that shit like a sack of potatoes. The book has its own force field. She knew they weren't going to let her walk out the house with it. I like to think that the book went along with it because the book knew Paige needed to learn a lesson. Because, you know, the book kind of has some sentience. I read the books but haven't watched the show or The Magicians. I only watched the first 2 seasons, then I tapped out. Because I hated the main character, even though, I think he might be dead now. Paige was doing crazy things. Oh, I'm glad you were able to watch it to calm your nerves before. Not even string it down in a basket. Right, she dropped it. The book wanted to go outside, real talk. I have not watched The Mandalorian, but a lot of people keep saying I should watch it because they think I'll like it because it's a Western. It's like a space Western, which is right up my alley. So I'm planning on watching it. I have not watched it as of right now. Paige was hella irresponsible, but I gave her a lot of leeway because her parents abandoned her to cover up their affair. She was raised mortal, and then her sisters found out and forced her into this life. Yeah, like, I'm somebody that, even though I did love Prue, and I loved the first 3 seasons of Charmed, I didn't mind the Paige. I like Paige, and I like the Paige storyline, and I thought it was actually written really well because we already knew that Patty and Sam had an affair. So I was like, oh, you know, that actually makes sense. And we also already knew that before Piper, White Lighters and Witches were not allowed, like, nothing. So they kind of wouldn't have been able to keep the baby. So, like, even if she did get, you know, I was like, all this makes sense. It doesn't sound far-fetched. And then I really liked how they wrote the shift. Yeah, we're almost done. Keep making. And I really like how they did the shift of, because, like, you know, in those first few seasons, Prue and Phoebe were always clashing. Like, Prue and Phoebe were always clashing. Like, the oldest and the youngest were always clashing. And Piper had to be the mediator. But then you had, like, another younger sister, and she was always constantly clashing with Piper, because now Piper's the oldest. And Piper's like, and you're not taking it seriously, and you're not taking magic seriously, and you're not taking your studies serious, and, like, all this stuff. And now Phoebe, who was always the youngest and the baby and the irresponsible one, now she's the middle child. And so now she has to, like, mediate between Piper and Paige, which is something she never found herself, you know, like, she never found herself in that situation. So I thought they did a really good job of, like, writing Paige in and doing that in a way that had to cause growth for all the characters. Because before, Phoebe was, like, the immature one, acting reckless, and she had to grow up because now she has to be the middle child because Piper was wilding, So I really liked how they did it. I appreciated how they did it a lot. Dawn was my second written in sister fave. I loved Dawn too. I know a lot of people didn't like Dawn and they didn't like that storyline on Buffy, but I liked Dawn. And I really loved, because that was supposed to be the last season, that one with Dawn where Buffy gets killed. I really loved how after they brought her back, they, like, continued with, like, the Dawn in their lives storyline. I thought they did a really good job. Like, Dawn's here now, bitch. What could we do? After Prue, then Piper became my favorite. Piper was my favorite. Paige had good chemistry with the other sisters. The way that Paige was written in was great. Piper was my favorite when I was a kid. Never saw the last season to this day. Hi, Marcy. You watched The Mandalorian, Kyrie? Watch The Mandalorian. It's really well done. The production is amazing. I'm gonna watch it. Piper's growth and story arc was the best in the show. Alyssa's great with her comedy and acting. Charm was messy for real. Like their mom had a whole affair with a white lighter and then had a whole baby on the side that none of them knew about. And I even like how they explained that she was like that the mom, because the mom was so overbearing, that the mom didn't let her keep the baby, which totally makes sense. I feel like losing Prue made Piper more scared to lose another sister and feel like she had to be the next Prue since Prue raised them. Bye, Anubis. They had to get rid of the baby. The elders would have killed her. The romance was expressly forbidden. Even Piper and Leo had to tiptoe and keep secrets. Their grandma was married like 7 times, too. They are all messy. Holly Marie is extremely underrated as an actress. She was the heart and soul of the show. She was always my favorite. The grandma was off the hook, too. Yeah. I mean, but I feel like even back then at the time when Charm was on, people knew that there was like drama. Because like Shannon, first of all, is known for drama. Like Shannon is a messy bitch who loves drama. Not that I mind, because I like Shannon. And, you know, not that I mind. But everybody knew there was drama. Like, there was tons of drama. I love Holly, though. She was always my favorite. I love Daryl, too. Holly carried the show on her back. When Piper was mourning Prue, I wanted to cry, too. Piper was really acting, too. Like, them first couple scenes, them funeral scenes. Oh, no, not that Shannon was the whole problem, because Alyssa was definitely messy as well. And Alyssa Milano is also known for some mess. Like, you basically had 2 very messy people on one set, and they don't even get along, which is why they had them constantly fighting and clashing on the show, because they didn't get along in real life. But, you know, they made it work for 3 years playing sisters before Shannon was unceremoniously given the boot, which was handled very messily because of Alyssa Milano, because Alyssa Milano wanted to be the lead of the show. Yeah, one of them had a reputation, so she got Shannon put off, which I don't respect. Shannon had to leave because Shannon is the one that'll punch a bitch in the mouth. That's why Shannon had to leave. Like, Alyssa gave them an ultimatum, her or Shannon. And, like, Shannon Doherty's that girl. And Shannon was just, like, taking up a lot of space. Like, she was directing episodes. Like, the episode, one of my favorite episodes of Charmed is, like, the Western one, where her and Cole, like, go back in time. And Shannon directed that one. Like, she was directing episodes. She was executive producing episodes. And, yes, and she was about that life. She was like, and I'll punch you in the mouth. And so Alyssa was like, I can't keep working like this, blah, blah, blah. It's either going to have to be me or her. And since Shannon was the one with the reputation, because Shannon always been a bitch that'll punch somebody in the mouth, Shannon had to go. I know Alyssa was seething. She has to get Shannon up out of there. And both Shannon and Alyssa were fucking on married co-stars on the show. Cole was dating Shannon in real life, which must have been weird in season 4. Shannon had a bad rep in Hollywood. She got kicked off 90210, had some issues with Jenny Garth. Shannon didn't care. She would throw hands. Yeah, like she had the reputation of like, bitch, I'll fight you, and her too. So they got rid of her. Shannon was about that life, but Shannon's episodes were the best. Holly and Shannon were very close friends too. Yeah, they were close friends in real life. She was not happy that Shannon left, but I'm glad she stuck around and glowed up. I knew Alyssa was seething. She has to get Shannon up out of there. Shannon was a G. She was not afraid. She was ready outside the studio a lot, no doubt. There's a whole long scene in the season premiere with Phoebe crying about Prue's death. It's awkward to watch after knowing the backstory. Shannon, a white girl who will fight like Bjork. Hi, the Leah. Oh, you got here right when I'm getting to the end of the chat. I miss the old school messiness. And now Rose McGowan can't stand Alyssa's ass. Cole's actor was trying to leave for Nip Tuck, but the way it was written was messily handled. It was. I remember they used to do whole topics on a hard copy of her beating somebody's ass. Shannon was a mess. Shannon wasn't scared. Shannon would just be like, yeah, bitch, I don't like you. And like her character in Heathers and shit was like her real personality. All them roles that Shannon played where she was like the bitch that doesn't give a fuck, that was like Shannon for real. Which worked for me. But I just got to the end. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live. So next week is the last Sunday of the month, and so it's going to be Booze Bake, and we're also going to be watching a Chadwick Boseman movie. I kind of want to watch Get On Up. A lot of y'all also voted for 21 Bridges, but a lot of y'all voted for Get On Up too, so we'll see for next week. So hopefully everybody has a great week. Hopefully everybody has a great rest of their Sunday. I know, Leah, you got here right at the end, but you can rewatch it. We watched the last episode of Umbrella Academy Season 2, so. Oh my gosh, Kyrie did Super Chat. Thank you, Kyrie. Take care of yourself. Everybody take care of yourselves. Bye.